What's up, people? It's Swift here again with another video. This video is about Firestorm, and I promise you this is not a salt video. I am not salty because I played a Firestorm who I knew was trash, but he still beat me. No, I just want to talk about balancing the character. Firestorm is he's probably one of the coolest characters in the game by design. It's how he looks, his gear is dope. I like him, to be honest. He looks great. I wouldn't mind playing him, but it's just something that needs to be addressed. Some things that gotta go. And I got a list of them here that I'm going to go over, and I just want to talk. And at the end of the video, I'm gonna say that you guys comment. Let me know what you think. Is this too much to nerf Firestorm? But it's not enough. So I'm not all about. I don't want to kill him. I think he's a great character. He's top tier. He should remain good, tournament viable. No, he shouldn't be killed. He shouldn't get that dead shot treatment. What they did to that character was it was crazy. Like, I mean, dead shot went up being from top 5 to not on a character select screen. It's like that. So I think what I'm about to say is our fair nerfs for Firestorm. I mean, he's a character, like he's one of them one touch characters. Like if you get touched, you can pretty much kiss your life bar goodbye. You guess. I think the second time you guess, the first time you guess wrong once, now that's a wrap. After the combo, of course. So I just got a few things here. So one thing we're gonna start with, we're gonna talk about his buttons. Great buttons, not great, but they're good. A 9-frame advancing mid, 9 frames. I need you to understand that 9 frames. I'm not saying it's broke, but it's good. Like, so no one should say that Firestorm has bad neutral when it's a great move. And I think his forward 2 is 14, a 14 frame mid, which is that you can go into your pressure like that. Match start range, so that's good. So like I think his neutral I think it's all right. But him having this and that being the exact same range, well, of course Molten Trap goes a little further, but back to being this range and Molten Trap being that same range, like if you're playing against Firestorm, I'm gonna switch back to Flash. If you're playing against Firestorm, this is probably the scariest place to be, because you really can't be here. Because if I'm ducking, trying to get in, then I'm in a 50-50 just by being right here. Like, I'm guessing already, and that doesn't make any sense. Like, why do I have to guess just by standing in neutral? Okay, so, and even still, like, Molten Trap is such a threat in this range right here, because if I can't walk back and just kind of just play neutral right here, walk in and out of his range, I can't do that because Molten Trap is a low and it's going to catch me. So getting off the ground right here is a good idea, but at the same time, if the Firestorm is reading you jumping, he can easily anti-air you. So not necessarily easily, it has to be on a read. I think he's going to have to do like Atomic Burst or something like that, because it's down to is garbage and it's not a good anti-air. I mean, unless it's on a hard read, like I said, but Firestorm is going to have to make a hard read in that area to if you decide to jump, or he can or if he wants to anti-air you. But playing Firestorm, he doesn't have to anti-air you. Firestorm has great walk back speed, so if you're jumping at him, he can trip guard you with this. He doesn't have to. He can trip guard you with any of his buttons. So it doesn't, as a Firestorm player, if I was Firestorm, if you're jumping at me, I'm not going to challenge you. I'm going to wait till you hit the ground and at least, just kind of check you with back one or something like that, or back two, this long ass move. So, and then people will say, well, back two doesn't do any damage, she doesn't get anything. I don't want to hear none of that. I don't want to hear none of that, because back two is a plus 29 overhead. Okay. I'm sorry, on hit, plus 29 on hit. So he gets good Oki game from here. So I'm not really sure what you mean when you say he doesn't get anything from it. You can abuse the hell out of that. I will make somebody eat this all day if they're going to. And it's -7. So if done pretty much at max range, it's sort of a difficult punish. But like, you just kind of, and blocking something like that and punishing it on reaction, it's a hard punish. It's -7. Like, not a lot of characters are punishing that. Black Adam, Baby Canary, any character with a 6-frame starter, a 6-frame high move that they can check them with, they can get it. They can get them. But it's really hard to punish on reaction if you're not ready for it. So just by him having this alone and that being the same range, you really can't move when you're right here. It's not a good idea to be right here. You want to be a little bit further back, or you kind of want to be in on him, like right here. So I would say, yeah, make back two range the same range as close molten trap. That way you're not so worried about walking in on him and trying to inch yourself in, and then the second you stand up just to walk back a little bit, you get clipped by the molten trap. Because I mean, molten traps, it's just you can't walk back. It's a low. It's going to get you. You know, you can't really move. You know, you have to get off the ground maybe. So I would say make back to the same range as close molten trap, or even shorter. Because that way, if he's going to mix you, he can still do it. Because if you get hit by molten trap anyway and get put, especially in the corner, which is where I really think he should have his mix, is in the corner, he can still do so. So, you know, I end my combo, you know, whatever the combo they do, I don't know, Firestorm, you know, whatever. So he can still mix you right here. He can do another molten trap, or he can do back two. He can grab. Yeah, that's where a character is supposed to be dangerous at. That's where they're supposed to be able to pretty much have their way with you. So I think that should be really addressed, that making back to a shorter range, same range as close molten trap, will take away just by him easily, you know, making you scared right there. So that's one thing. Next thing is Atomic Burst, which is this move right here. You know, it's a +4 on block launcher. Okay, and seriously, when he's just pretty much sitting there doing that, you gotta hold it. I mean, if he decides to burn the meter on it, now, I mean, if he doesn't have meter, it's barely safe. It's -6. Not really punishing it. So, but, and even still, he can still check you like that. He can still check you from right here. So this move already launches you. Why does it need to be plus? Why does a character like this have to have a frame trap? You know what I'm saying? I just got 4 reps out of that. You know, I don't think nobody is going to burn the meter on it unless they're trying to chip you. But still, he can do it. So, and it's going to launch you for a decent combo, to be honest. So it does confirm that. It's a 391 to a restand, or I can do another molten trap. You know, that's really good. I just spent 1 bar for that. You know, and then you can burn another meter just to put him in another mix-up. So I mean, that's really good. Not really understanding why it needs to be +4 on block. You know, you're just giving him a +4 launcher. Doesn't make a lot of sense to me. And, you know, and before, you know, I get scrubs talking about, oh, well, Flash has a plus launcher. Flash's launcher has a decent amount of pushback. Okay, if I do that, you know, in neutral. It's +1 on block, but it's pushing you back, so I don't get anything after that. I have to follow up with a 15 frame move if I want to hit you. Or I got to commit to something unsafe to hit you, because this is 9 frames, and even still, you can still challenge it because it's a high. So yeah, I don't want to hear that Flash Sonic Pound, EX Sonic Pound is, you know, +1 on block. Only time he really gets something is if he's in the corner. And that's still have a lot of pushback. So, but you know, you get people pressing buttons sometimes and it clips them. So yeah, he can get that in the corner. So atomic burst, I would say make it -1. That way Firestorm can still use it as I won't say pressure because it's not plus. So you know, and his down 1 is, look at the range on this, by the way, and look at that. But he can keep that, I don't care. So yeah, make it -1. So that way, if you're going to press a button on him, make it like -1 or -2. I would say -2, so it can be challenged at range. But this opens up a mind game for Firestorm. So if I do this, you know, I can walk back, and that touches you. That's 9 frames. He can whiff punish a poke like that. And let's see, his poke is, just to get a good idea, his down 1 is 14 frames on recovery. So if I do this, and you do a down 1 to challenge me, I can walk back and do that, and you'll get whiff punished. So I would say make Firestorm make that decision. Don't make it, oh, I'm +4, can't press a button, what you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's mindless. Just make him play neutral, make him try to open you up. And even still, he can still do that afterwards. So, I mean, that's, by being +4 is just a little much. It's a plus on block launcher that leads to almost 400 damage. All right. Fusion charge. That's his wake up. His pretty much invincible move. I would say make this have less pushback. If he does it from a decent range away, he's kind of far away from you. It is -15. So you got characters that'll punish that, but the thing about it is he's airborne after you block it. So if you decide to hit him right away, you're not going to get a solid punish out of it, because you know you're going to immediately be in a juggle combo. So you're going to have to pretty much make a specific combo to punish Firestorm in that situation. Now if he's up on you, he's right in front of you, but even still, like, if you don't punish him while he's in the air, it becomes a tight punish, because by the time he lands, he's pretty much his recovery time is almost over. So it's best to just get him in the air down 2 or something like that. But yeah, make this to where he lands immediately and he's this close to you every time he does it. So I think that's pretty solid. So, you know, I don't mind Firestorm having this, whatever. This is unsafe. This is negative. So he can't really follow up with anything. I mean, that's not. And plus, if you nerf that, make it so where he can't do it anymore, you're nerfing a combo. That his atomic burst combo, it's a decent combo. I think that he should get off a punish. So, because, you know, a lot of people, if they lab enough, of course, a lot of people ain't doing this as a punish on reaction. I mean, I can do it, you know, because I'm godlike, but, you know, I think this is a better combo sometimes. Yeah, I don't think anything is wrong with him having that. It just shouldn't be +4 on block. You know, as simple as that. So another thing about, and of course, I mean, I really didn't want to go over this because it's really obvious. It's a no-brainer. The mix, the level 3 vortex has got to go. So not really sure what they're going to do to nerf it. You know, because you get this hit with this nonsense, and you know whatever. You know, he get this and all that, whatever. Anyways, yeah, it needs to go. Now, if you block it, you can push block him to get him away from you, which is pretty much, or that's a really good idea. Is to push block. As soon as you block the jump in, just push block. Because if you don't push block it, he gets a free mix. He can do that. He can jump in. You get hit. You get hit with a raw molten trap. So, you know, he got that, and then his overhead launches. And when he got level 3. So you get hit with that. Whatever the combo is, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, things like that, just the vortex alone, I don't know the legit vortex on it. I do know that, you know, if he hits you with it, you know, that's ambiguous as fuck, you know, whatever. He can mix you from there. Like, why is it still here? It needs to go. So, I mean, I shouldn't even have to elaborate on this because we know it's busted. So I do know that if he hits you with this little mix up here or whatever, you're still, if you block the same way, from my experience, you don't get hit. You block it still. It's not a true cross up. It may look like one, but I don't think it is. So, I mean, there's that. But anyways, that's my video here. Just tell me what you think. Let me know if you think Firestorm should be nerfed more than that. So let me know if you think it's too much. Just kind of give your input, leave it in the comments. I don't care what you say, I'm willing to have this conversation. But I just want to know. So once again, this is Swift, and I'm out.